and I don't want to pick on BCE,
No.
but they are really the poster child of this, where they were so committed to raising the dividend every year that they, like, you could tell, like, a couple of years ago, the competitive landscape was getting worse. The consumer was getting worse. There was real competitive pressures in the wireless space. They had, like, the growth was simply not there, but they were still trying to raise their dividend, even if it was by a penny, while they were selling the sports assets. They were laying off people. They were cutting costs just so they could continue to maintain the dividend.
Yeah.
And so if you're a shareholder, you really have to ask yourself, well, am I really making money because of an excess distribution of profits? Or is the company just selling the furniture just to keep warm?
Exactly. And if Bell would have kept that money to reinvest in its business, I mean, some businesses doesn't make sense to reinvest, right? Where you don't need the cash flow. The business is humming along. There's nowhere to put the money into. You allocate it, like a BCE already tried years ago to get into the media business and all these other internet things, and that didn't work out. That was, if people remember the .com bubble, BCE owned Nortel. They owned all these different things that turned out to be disasters. But and you look at years ago, Coca-Cola used to be in fish farming. Right. And I think they owned a movie studio.
Yeah.
Now they're just focused on snacks and drinks. So you don't want necessarily to have companies to reinvest the cash flow to build out an empire that may not make sense. So you got to take each stock one by one, each company one by one.
And I think that's an important point. Like, we're not against dividends. We're saying that a company should carefully evaluate how much money it's making.
Yeah.
It should invest if there's opportunities to invest. And if it doesn't, it should give it back to the shareholders.
That's right.
But they shouldn't prioritize the dividend as an end all and be all. That's the main point.